Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one and only Turbo Coin, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Listen up. Today is Turbo's birthday. Technically, when you are seeing this video, because I had to record it slightly in advance, it was yesterday. So, you know what? If you didn't know, just say happy belated birthday to Turbo in the comments. Show that love for the toad. It's been 2 years, and let me tell you, overall, the journey has been amazing. We will go back to this page very, very quickly. But if we go to something like Turbo Coin, ladies and gentlemen, right? If we look at the history of Turbo, we can see that the 2 years has actually been very, very kind for this coin. Yes, initially it kind of just had its big wave and then it kind of died off. But look, it got resurrected, right? We can see during this time when it was at its lows, this was also when the market was at its lows. So, it was never going to sustain high up here, right? Let's be honest, right? When it pumped, the market was already basically in bear season. And then we can see it was going sideways. And then boom, one wave, boom, a second wave. And then the masterclass has unfolded over the last year. We can see it's been a nice, beautiful roller coaster. Yes, the last 2 months have looked a little scary and shaky, but the thing is, we always said on this channel, it is not a turbo issue. It is just the markets bleeding out and correcting, and that is exactly what happened. We can see the moment there we got the green light, right? Literally, the moment we got the green light in the market, right? We saw Bitcoin go up like $10,000 is when Turbo said, "All right, we're back." Right? The switch has been flipped. We're back into the greens and we're back to recovering. And look, ladies and gentlemen, I am super, super high on this coin. As you know, I believe it'll be a top 10 meme coin. It's already sitting around the 15th meme coin. And for me, this is inevitable. It will peak in the top 10. Probably like, honest opinion, like at sixth, I think it's going to peak. It might even peak at fifth, right? We know the top five are kind of solidified almost. We have Dogecoin, Sheeb, right? Those are going to be very, very hard to remember because you got to remember, even Turbo Pump's like 30 billion market cap. You got to remember those coins, like something Dogecoin's already near 30 billion market cap. And even though Sheep is much lower, you got to remember these coins have had one or two or even three cycles before. So, you know, investors, as much as Great Turbo is, investors like to also invest in older coins. But look, right? Something did come out on Turbo's birthday, which is not necessarily from Turbo themselves, but ladies and gentlemen, we can see that LCX pretty much says Turbo's celebrates its 2-year anniversary today, and LCX joined on Spaces to discuss our collaboration, everything they've achieved so far. So we can see, new collaboration, right? New collaboration. This is what we love to see. Let's see how big the exchange is in terms of followers. So 125,000. So another exchange, and we can see that you could actually trade Turbo Euro with 0 fees for the first week. So look, very, very, very nice. This is what I love to see. A nice birthday gift for Turbo, right? Another collaboration, another exchange listing, another, thing, another positive for this coin, man. This coin just loves to, continue to dominate the crypto scene. Right, we can see that the Turbo character has been tearing it up in Katana, right? Check out this montage where he shows off the style, speed, and pure cinematic energy. So look, right, we can see, boom, Turbo. This is him. This is literally the legend himself in a video game. And actually, this looks so good. Remember, this is literally a crypto game. So for those that are, skeptical about gaming or hold gaming coins, let's just talk about this for the next couple seconds while this while this video plays out. Look how nice and actually polished this game already looks. And this is a crypto game, okay? Remember, these people, they don't have like hundreds of thousands backed up. They don't have tens of millions. They don't have hundreds of millions. They're working with much less, generally speaking. And we can see the development has been fantastic. This game looks legit. If this was on Steam or any other platform, I would think this is a real game. Okay, that is just the reality. Would I think it's a 10 out of 10 game if it came from something? Oops, sorry. If it came from like just out of nowhere? No, I wouldn't think it's a 10 out of 10 game. But it doesn't matter. But for a crypto game, this is literally like 20 out of 10. For a crypto game, this is 20 out of 10, and the way it looks normally is like 8 out of 10. This game is not too far away from looking like a legit AAA title that gets pumped in tens of millions of dollars. And I'm not kidding. I'm a gamer myself. I've played games since I was young. And let me tell you something that I'm actually very, very impressed. I would never think this is a crypto game. But we can see, right, more happy birthdays from Turbo. So this is super, super exciting. You know, I'm really, really high on this coin because everyone's at 111,000 followers. You know, this coin has just been dominating. It will continue to dominate. We will talk about the micro moves in just a second, right? We can see Bitcoin is at $54,500, kind of just going sideways. The markets, even for trading, you know, I'm in some trades myself right now, and they're kind of just going sideways. We see 320 million market cap. We are 146th in the world, 100 million volume in the last 24 hours. And when we go to something like this to check out the holders, right? I bet you they are probably near the all-time highs, and that is absolutely correct, right? We have actually officially hit 54,000 holders, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm telling you, we will hit, you know, in the hundreds of thousands. We will, right? Remember, crypto, everything is moves in bursts, right? When altcoin season comes here, which is, you know, not that far away, there's going to be so much bandwagon over those 2 months, and even during the hype before it, right? Within that, like, let's say, like that 8 week span, right? 8 to 12 week span, a little bit before and a little bit after, and during its peak, you don't realize how coins quickly grow, right? Meme coins go nuclear, they go worldwide. You know, like everything, just people, bandwagon. You know, you have hundreds of people talking, but next thing you have thousands, you have tens of thousands, and just word of mouth, YouTube videos. Like everyone wants to jump in. They see Turbo. Oh my God, Turbo's up 200% for the week. I want to go in. Go. Next thing you know, we're gonna be like at 500,000 holders. I promise you that. Super, super excited. Look, in terms of moves, I do expect a little bit of a pullback, like I did mention, right? If this week will kind of be sideways, then maybe next week I do expect, you know, some type of retest. It also makes sense on a monthly candle perspective because look, right? We do have this big, very big support here, but we also have the order block candle right here, right? The edge of it. So, you know, us coming back down to this level literally makes the most sense. It might not happen in April, it might happen in the first week of May, but I do believe the retest will be here. And ladies and gentlemen, if we do get to this point and you are thinking about this coin or purchasing this coin or purchasing more or whatever the case may be, in my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor. I would say yes, buy it around this green zone because I believe that is going to be the best premium price you can get given the context, given the, you know, the zone that we're in, given everything we're dealing with. Overall, it is looking fantastic, right? We, like I talked about before, but we closed all the way up here. All we have to do is close above the green box, and we just absolutely smashed it. We were literally the most pumped coin in the market. That is the craziest thing. So look, happy birthday to Turbo. Hope you guys got a great video. Spring weather's here. Energy's back. Face cam will be back soon. Love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.